With nearly 150 episodes out there, we've asked the universe some pretty crazy questions.
Yep, and you guys have finally asked us some of your own.
So today we're going to answer them.
We're doing a Q&A?
Yeah.
Q&A.
Well, I'm Matt.
And I have, and always will be, your Carter.
And welcome to It's Kind of a Gray Area, Q&A edition.
Yep. So there's no shade for today, unless the shade is, should we answer a bunch of questions from you guys? I think we can all just...
Yes.
Yeah, same
Same thing.
That's how it works. We know. Anyway, let's go ahead and just get right into this. We've got a lot of questions, so I want to answer them.
Yep. So I think this will be part one of part two, because you guys flooded us with questions.
Yes.
Awesome job, guys.
Yes. Thank you very much for everyone who submitted questions. Let's get to it.
Yes. Who is our first questionnaire?
So first up, we've got Devons _ spray paint _ art space what's space one.
How about we just read it?
Okay.
Yeah.
What's one topic you now have different thoughts on? So first of all, thank you, Devon's spray paint art.
Yeah.
Do we? I don't. It's hard for us to even remember every single topic that we've covered at this point.
I absolutely cannot remember every topic. I can remember probably a fifth of them.
Yeah.
It's like trying to think of all the states in the U.S.
Yeah, you know them, but then it's hard to actually, when you sit down and have to come up with all of them on the spot.
Yep.
But we have said that there are some that we definitely want to go back and revisit because we feel like our opinions might be different.
I swallowed that water. It's weird. I don't know if you guys can see, but I really tried to hold that in. It's not healthy. I can't do it. Carter, go ahead.
It came out of nowhere. But there's some episodes we would like to revisit. Things like eating human meat, lab-grown human meat.
Yes.
And some other topics like that. Some things with Hitler that we would like to go back to as topics. Not that we want to go back to the time that Hitler... Let's go to the next question. Team _ Trogdon 3.
Yes. Yeah, they recommended, I think, a Would You Rather in season 2.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah. Long-time followers.
All right, so they asked, if you had to move a mountain using nothing but a spoon, how would you do it? LOLOL. That's on a movie. And what is the difference between a duck, same movie, postal? That's not how it's spelled. LOL.
What? What's the difference between a duck, same movie, postal?
Postal?
That's not how it's spelled.
It's
okay.
either pistol or postal.
But still, if it was pistol, what was...
Both things involving the post office.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna skip that. So if we...
Just the mountain part.
Just the mountain part.
If you had to move a mountain using nothing but a spoon, how would you do it?
Well, I mean, with a spoon. So thanks for the answer.
I would use a mountain-sized spoon on a crane.
Oh, you're so clever. Okay, so if it's only one spoon, yes, that's a great way to go. If it's spoons, I would have some kind of machine, basically like a wheat thresher, that just kind of like, but it's all made of spoons, and the spoons just keep digging and keep throwing it behind the machine, and that's how you move a mountain.
It just builds another mountain right behind the one that you're trying to move.
No, but then you level it all out, so the entire field or prairie around the mountain is just about 10 feet higher.
See, my method would allow you to go in there, scoop up the whole mountain, and just move it right over wherever you want.
Well, that's true, because they didn't say get rid of the mountain. You just got to move it.
Yes.
So, yeah, cool.
Yeah.
So I would use a couple of hundred small spoons, and you would just use one mountain-sized one.
Yep.
All right, I think we nailed that one.
I think so. All right, so one other quick question from Team _ Trogdon 3. Do y'all have any pets? Matt actually doesn't.
No, I don't.
But his wife does.
Yep. My wife has a cat.
Yes.
I have more responsibilities, but it's her cat. I just take care of it. So currently I do not have any pets. I have a garden I take care of. It's about the closest thing.
It's a living thing that you take care of. I have a pet cat named Hopper, named after Hopper from Stranger Things. And funny story, my sister's cat, his wife, is the sister, not the cat.
Yeah.
Her cat actually found my cat when he was a kitten. Like, he was lost wandering around, and he found him and like brought him home. And then I started raising him.
Yeah, he was just skin and bones, and he was like dead.
Yeah.
He was like completely malnourished, like just a little thing about this big, just shaky, that our cat, my wife's cat, brought into the house and just dropped it in front of the food bowl. We're like, is he going to eat this, or is he trying to feed him?
Right. Still not clear.
So still not clear, but either way, Carter took in the cat and raised it, and it's a very healthy cat now.
Yes. Too healthy in some ways. Next question is from the Shelby Pearl.
Oh, Shelby.
Shout out to Shelby. Is that all you say when you do a shout out? I feel like there should be more to a shout out.
Yeah, let's do a shout out to Shelby.
Ah! All right. So she asks, if you could make a liquid come out of each index finger, which liquids would you choose? They can be different liquids for each hand if you wish.
Now, I have a question for you that you know. Are these all of your index fingers, or just these? Just these. Okay.
Yes.
These are just fingers. These are thumbs. There's a difference. These are fatter.
Yep, and then this is the church, and this is the steeple, and you open up, and then there's full of worms.
People.
I think I would go with water for one finger, because then I never have to worry about dying of dehydration.
No, but it would come out of you.
Well, no, because I mean, if I choose coffee, that doesn't mean that there's coffee flowing through my veins all of the time.
No, but it has to come from somewhere.
Well, yeah, magically it's just produced out of your finger. I don't think there's like a little like gland there or something that's then like connected to some sack of liquid inside your body that's like, I think let's assume that this is magic.
Okay, magic. Let's just go with that.
Yeah, so when you point, it just comes from somewhere else.
Okay.
So like when I do that and then water comes out somewhere else, someone's drinking water and all of a sudden their glass is empty.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I would say liquid gold.
For both fingers?
Never have to work again. Oh, yeah, that's true. I can get different options.
Because I would say water for one and then Homestead Creamery chocolate milk for the other.
I would do liquid gold for both because then I could double produce and then I could buy whatever I want.
Yeah. And there's no stories of someone having the power to turn things into gold that ever goes badly. So
Nope.
Moving on. If you could only be in one U.S. state for the rest of your life, which state would you choose? The state of freedom.
That's tough. I've lived my entire life in Maryland, but I have traveled, and it is beautiful out there.
Yeah.
Out there, outside of Maryland. I would probably say Oregon or Colorado, like one of those.
I'm going to say California because of the diversity in ecosystems there. Such a large state that, you know, I've got beaches, I've got mountains, I've got forests, I've got deserts.
When it falls into the ocean, you're going to feel real silly.
Only part of it will.
Oh, that's true. Then there's just more.
And I've already bought property from Lex Luthor that will be the new beachfront. So I think I'm set.
Clever.
Yeah.
I love the mountains.
There's mountains in California.
Really?
Yeah, a lot of them.
Oh. I just thought it was like people on roller skates and beaches and Hollywood.
Well, in the mountains, it's like mountain goats on roller skates. But yeah.
The mental image is fantastic.
They would have a hard time climbing anywhere.
But the Rams would really pack a punch.
Could you imagine watching a goat just like roller skating down the side of a mountain?
I think I nailed that.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. You got me. We'll both live in California.
Cool.
I'll live on some of your future beachfront property.
Holly MW 1399. If you could shapeshift into one animal / object, I think she means animal or object.
Okay.
What animal / object would you shapeshift into?
No, she clearly means a stuffed animal. It's also a stuffed animal. Yeah. All right. So if you could shapeshift into any animal or object, what would it be?
Yeah. Wow. Most useful would probably be like a fly. Or a bird. But coolest would probably be like a bear. Could you imagine if you're getting mugged and then you just turn into a bear?
Pterodactyl.
Oh, that's a good one. All right, next question from Holly MW 1399.
I love it when you guys ask more than one question. That's great.
Yeah. Question about the show. Which topics were your favorites to talk about and which ones were your least favorite? I don't know if I have a least. We don't usually go with a topic if we don't enjoy it.
Yeah.
We talk about these ahead of time. Most of the conversation is improvised, but we do talk about it a little bit ahead of time to make sure that there's enough material for us to build an episode off of.
A lot of times it's like, what do you think about this? I hate it. What do you think? I love it. Cool. We can argue. Let's just start
because we know that we have enough opinions.
Yes. We're very opinionated.
Yes. But yeah, favorite topic? Man, some of these, surprisingly, there are ones that we think are going to be really fun. And then they're good, but not as good as we were expecting. And then there are other ones where we think like, I'm not sure how much humor we can pull out of this.
Yeah.
And then we do it, and we're like, that's like the funniest one we've done in a while.
Yeah. We've definitely had ones that weren't that aren't my favorite, but the best episodes.
Yes.
Which is weird to say.
Yeah.
Some of my favorite topics, I'm going to have to get more than one. I love the one where we do, should we weaponize sharks?
Yeah, that's definitely one of Matt's favorites.
Yeah, I think it's ridiculous and hilarious. But then also, the episode, I will say the episode where we had to, like the box of horrors, where we had to touch the things, terrifying. But man, it was so much fun. It was
not a topic.
Amazing.
But I'll let it slide.
Oh, okay.
And then for my part, I would say definitely I think the quintessential gray area of like what is the most interesting, out there, and also super morally ambiguous one is definitely, would you eat lab-grown human meat?
I knew you were going to say that. That was got to be one of my top 3.
Yeah, that or my other one is the episode where we talked about should you travel back in time to kill Hitler as a baby?
That one really got interesting.
Yeah, that went a different direction than we expected.
Yeah.
Like, we had ideas that I think would be better solutions than killing a baby. But yeah, both of those are up there for me.
Yeah, and the Would You Rather, or the Rock, Paper, Scissors for that, very happy the universe decided what it decided.
Yes. Sophie 457, what is your favorite block in Minecraft?
The left one.
Been a while. I know they've added a bunch of stuff to it, but I don't know. People have favorite blocks. Like, I just kind of built whatever I needed to build. Wood? Sandstone? I don't know.
Wood.
Lava.
They have lava rocks?
Lava block. Like, everything
Blocks.
you place is a block. So, unless it's a smaller thing like a fence or something.
Oh. You know what? Whatever block makes up me is my favorite block.
Sure. Next question. Crazy Viking 666 asks, where did you guys come from?
My mother.
So, about 15 billion years ago, plus or take 5 billion, there was a super condensed point. And that's why dinosaurs are not a part of the Illuminati, but definitely did inspire it. But to answer your question, I'm from Virginia.
Oh my gosh.
Next question, also from Crazy Viking. What inspired you to make this YouTube channel?
We actually answered this question very recently on a podcast. We'll answer it here too, but just so you guys know, make sure you check out
Two Girls in a Podcast.
Two Girls in a Podcast.
Yeah.
They're fantastic, very fun to talk to. We want to collaborate with them again.
Yes. This entire show was originally going to be a book that Matt was going to write. He wanted to write a book called 50 Shades of Gray Area, where he would outline a bunch of loopholes and tips and tricks that he's figured out from living about how to get the most out of life.
Some of them are kind of questionable morally.
Yes, which is why it's a gray area. And so that, I at the same time had been looking into starting a YouTube channel, so we decided to partner up and make that idea into a YouTube channel where we would do it as like a talk show and like make each one about one of the shades. Mm-hmm. And then we were originally going to do just 50 episodes, but we really got addicted to YouTube, so now we do it 3 times a week for hopefully more years to come. And we also changed the name so that we could have kind of more of our own identity.
Yeah, because 50 Shades of Gray Area kind of limits us to 50.
Yeah.
And we want to keep going. So we're at like 150 or close to it. A lot of things changed. We had an entirely different studio before this studio. And as you guys may notice, if you're longtime watchers, viewers, followers, every season this set changes.
Yeah, a little bit.
But our first set, 100% different. The only thing that was the same was this table.
No, this table has been with us.
That's right.
The entire time.
That's right.
These chairs are newer. These mugs are newer. These lights. That guy. No one knows where he came from. But yeah, this table has been here from the beginning. It's older than us.
That's true. And I'm glad you mentioned the mugs. If you guys are interested in having your own, it's kind of a gray area mug, you can go to our Etsy store down below in the description and purchase one.
Yep, we have both the matte version and the cool Carter version available.
Yes, and we have Granddad stickers.
Yeah, so check that out.
Yeah.
One last one from Crazy Viking. How did you guys meet? We also answered this on the Two Girls in a Podcast, but for those of you who don't listen to podcasts, we'll answer it here as well. We met in a duel. Matt was defending the honor of his local king, who I had upset by entering into a trade agreement with a neighboring tribe, which led to a conflict that could only be resolved by death by combat. The combat didn't work out. We didn't kill each other. Kind of got to know each other as we were talking mid-fight. Became friends. Found a magic potion that allowed us to live for centuries. And that's where we are today.
Man, that is... My version is so much longer. Thank you for making that more concise.
Yes.
Yeah. And that's how we met.
Yeah. Should we give the actual answer?
Yeah, the actual answer is that I married his sister.
Yes.
So there you go. And that's it. That's it. We're basically, we're friends by law.
Adesheli Shimomi. I'm so sorry. I don't know how to pronounce this. Shimumi? Sai...
Adesheli?
Zamami. I'm sorry. This is on me. I don't mean to butcher your name. They asked, when did you start YouTube? About a year ago.
Yeah, I think June 27th, 3rd?
Yeah, but we were working on it for 2 or 3 months before that of getting set up and hammering out our ideas.
Actually, we were trying stuff out, I think it was like November the year before at the previous set at the previous location.
Yeah, and then a lot was going on before we could.
Yeah. We were moving sets and stages and
switching
different
jobs.
Locations.
Yeah.
So it ended up then we wanted to film 10 episodes before we released any. And by the time we did all that, it was like June 27th, and so we're coming up on about a year.
Yep. Jackie Williams. We love Jackie.
She's
Jackie, thanks for sticking it out with us.
She was our first purchase of these mugs.
Yeah. Also, by the way, I'm sorry, I don't mean to just keep plugging things to sell.
Talking.
But we also have a Ko-Fi account if you guys want to donate to the show. It helps us out with being able to fund other ideas. Props cost money, and we need them to do funny things. So Jackie has donated to that. Anyone who does, we greatly appreciate it. So if you can, feel free.
Yep. And guys, right? Be so much funnier if I had a prop.
Yes. Or special effects. All right. Jackie's question.
Yes.
What was your first job? What did you do before Ikaga? My actual first job was as a barista.
My first job was sweeping curbs outside of businesses where they would just throw their cigarette butts.
Someone hired you for that, or did you just showed up one day?
No, I just kept doing it myself, and then someone was like, "You getting paid for this?" I was like, "Nah." They're like, "You want to?" And I was like, "Yeah." But no, that was my first job. I was 14, and I was just sweeping curbs. I just had a little broom and a little dustpan on a stick, and I would just pick up all the cigarette butts and any trash people dropped, and there you go.
And that man who hired him to do that
was Bill
Gates.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Bills.
Huh.
All right. Last question from Devon Arts. What is the best gray area you thought of but didn't do?
I do want to do a quick shout out to Devon. You ready?
Yeah.
Thank you, Devon. He actually sent us some fan art a while back. We posted on Instagram, tagged him in it. Go ahead and check that out. It's way down there, but it is there, so thank you.
Yes. So there have definitely been some that we've had to walk away from because they were a little politically charged or just a little too heavy for what the show is.
Yep.
To give you an example, early on, we were going to do one about genetically modified humans, like whether people should do like gene editing on babies.
Oh, that's right.
But we like read up more on it, and it's like a pretty contentious thing, and it's also just a little too much for what we do.
Yeah.
So we did not do that episode.
Because that's the thing you can do. You can actually genetically modify the baby, the fetus, to have like blue eyes or brown hair or whatever, and it's like, ugh. After just talking about it outside the studio for 5 minutes, we're like, this, we can't do that.
Yeah.
And we, all the different political stuff that's been out there for the last couple of years, we've steered away from all of it.
Yes, we all know exactly what comes to mind when we say that.
Yep, but we're not getting into it.
So thank you guys for submitting your questions. We would like to do another Q&A sometime soon, so feel free to send us whatever questions you have. We will collect them, categorize them, and use them for your enjoyment.
Yes, just comment all your questions down below. Give us a nice big list to get the next one going.
Yep, and feel free to ask more than one. It's totally cool.
Oh, yeah. I mean, everyone else already did.
Yep, but that's our show for today, so thanks for checking it out, folks. If you would like to watch some of our other stuff, normally we're talking about weird and random things, so go check them out and let us know what you think about those.
Yep, remember to comment, like, and subscribe.
Yep.
And as always,
Ikaga.
Yep.
Yay!